What's up, people? It's your girl 30 here with another NG Minute. Now, okay, I'm literally trying my best to be I'm gonna be as fair as possible can be and as honest as I can possibly be as a reviewer of these two wrestling shows. We are now at the end of our wrestling week. This is about TNA and SmackDown. And y'all, I'm gonna try my hardest to be as enthusiastic as I can, but let's be real, it's very difficult to. Now, after something, there was such an awesome build leading on up to TNA Lockdown. And even though I didn't have a chance to watch the show, for all the reviews that I have seen, it has some very poor reviews. Well, not really poor as in bad, well, probably some poor as in bad, but more as in mediocre. Something that was built to be epic ended up falling flat on its face. And I guess after watching the opener with having MVP coming out after a victory that practically changes the entire outlook, the entire it changes everything about TNA. The fact that Dixieland is no more, the fact that Dixie is gone, and now MVP is taking over, you think it was going to start off with a bang. But it started off like a motivational seminar, like a motivational speaking seminar. It started off as a seminar with MVP as a motivational speaker. Motivate, validate, and participate. That sounds like something that you would hear in some kind of a public speaking seminar class or a motivational speaking class you would get in school. Really? Look, all I wanted was something really cool to start off after such a mediocre, bland lockdown. And especially that now that you're actually taking over the TNA, don't you want to start off with a bang instead of starting off like a motivational speaker? And I guess I really tried to watch the show throughout, and I did, but I just didn't find any interest at all. Sure, we had Billy Ray to be the turncoat at Lockdown, but honestly, I just really didn't care. I mean, seriously, even when Angelina Love showed up, she ended up making her return. Did I care? No. We ended up having a new knockout out of the blue because I guess Gut Check is now gone. Did I really care about that? No. I really wanted to care about the show. I really wanted to care about the matches that went on. I really wanted to care about the segments, but I didn't. Even the Sam Shaw segments, even though they were still uber creepy, I didn't care about them either. When you have so much build leading on up to Lockdown, it's having a great expectation going into watching a pay-per-view, and then it's falling flat. You have to start off big to at least attract people's attention. And it didn't do that for me. Like, honestly, I can't even sugarcoat it. It did nothing for me at all. The same thing with SmackDown. There were maybe a few highlights of SmackDown. Like, number one, we ended up finding out who the fifth inductee of the Hall of Fame was, and it was Carlos Colon, who happens to be Primo and Carlito's dad, which is cool. I don't know much about him, but honestly, I guess for those that know a lot about the history of the WWC, then maybe they'll know a lot more about him. But honestly, I don't. But it's congratulations to him for being in the Hall of Fame. And also seeing Dolph Ziggler saying that it would be his WrestleMania highlight if you won the Andre the Giant trophy. I really feel that Dolph Ziggler deserves to have a WrestleMania highlight. It's about time. He hasn't really had a good one. He's had one that really involved other people, but not just himself. So I'm hoping he actually does have his WrestleMania moment. And honestly, Nikki Bella is really starting to impress me. I really feel she's going to be the number one contender for the Divas title. I'm hoping it will rather be her than Natalya. Because honestly, I would love to see a feud between those two. I've already said it. I love to see a feud between those two. Book it now. Not only that, I had really fun listening to Bad News Barrett. Bad News Barrett's character is starting to grow on me. The guy's hilarious. Seriously. The fact it was like, The Undertaker's going to lose his streak at WrestleMania 30. Your kids are going to be crying all night. You won't be able to sleep. You'll go to work, fall asleep at your meeting, and be fired. I absolutely rolled when I heard that. It was funny. So I will admit there were a few highlights of the show, but the rest to me fell flat. It didn't feel much like a build to WrestleMania. It just kept doing like little rehashes of what happened on Raw. And even in the beginning, the fact that Damian Sandow got punished, so what? Like, I really didn't care much about that either, let alone seeing Triple H coming out for the 50th umpteenth time. So, honestly, guys, for this wrestling week for TNA, this is going to be a very short review, and that's pretty darn bad. But honestly, my overall thoughts is this: TNA as well as SmackDown has fallen short this week because there's TNA is coming from a pay per view that's supposed to be epic, while the WWE is leading on up to a pay per view that is going to be epic. And they're falling flat at this moment. Before they had a decent build going up. They had a few good Raws and they had a good Raw and they had a good SmackDown before. But now they're starting to fall flat again. And unfortunately, TNA fell flat at the pay per view and fell flat after. So honestly, guys, it was a mediocre week. But I want to hear your personal thoughts about this. Leave a comment in the comment section below or send me a video response of how you personally feel about TNA, the TNA Impact for this week, as well as WWE SmackDown. This is Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.